Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Karuna teaching the course Microprocessors and Microcontrollers. In this video, we are concentrating on assembler directives of 8086 microprocessor. Assembler directives of 8086 microprocessor. You should know the difference between instructions and directives. Instructions translated by assembler into machine codes with the help of assembler software. We have different types of softwares, for example masm, tasm. Masm, macro assembler, tasm, turbo assembler. These two assemblers are used to translate the instructions to machine codes. Next, directives. These are different from instructions. Directives which directs the assembler during assembly process for which no machine code is generated. We can say the directive is a statement which gives direction to the assembler. Directives are also called pseudo instructions which are not translated into the machine language. Let us see different types of assembler directives. So, program may be combination of instructions and directives. So, we have to study instructions and directives of the 8086 microprocessor. So, different types of assembler directives. First one, data definition and storage allocation directives. Those are define byte, define word, define double word, define quad word, define 10 bytes, and structure. Next one, program organization directives, under which we have segment, end segment, assume directives. Next, alignment directives, under which we have even and org, origin. Next, programs end directive. This is a single directive end. Value returning attribute directives. Those are length, size, offset. Procedure definition. Procedure and end procedure. Macro definition directives. Equate, macro, and macro. Data control directives. Public, extern, pointer. Branch displacement directives. Short, label, title, page. Header file inclusion directive. Only include. Okay, so these are the different types of directives we have in 8086 microprocessor. సో వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్. మీకు ఒకవేళ ఈ డేటా డెఫినేషన్, ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్, కేటగిరీస్ నేమ్స్ గుర్తులేకపోయినా ఈ డైరెక్టివ్స్ అన్నీ కూడా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఎగ్జామ్లో క్వశ్చను డైరెక్టివ్స్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయమని అడగొచ్చు. మీకు ఏవైతే గుర్తున్నాయో అవన్నీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయొచ్చు. లేదంటే పర్టికులర్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఫాలోయింగ్ డైరెక్టివ్స్ లెంగ్త్, మ్యాక్రో, ఈవెన్, డేటా క్వాడ్ వర్డ్, include, public. Likewise, they may ask different directives. Okay, so all of you learn about all the directives. Very easy topic. I will make you to understand all these directives. Okay, let us go one by one. Okay, first, data definition and storage allocation directives. What are these? Define byte, define word, define double word, define quad word, define 10 bytes, and structure. Okay, now let us see data definition and storage allocation directives. Define byte, byte. Define word, word nothing but 2 bytes. Quad word, nothing but 8 bytes. 4 words, quad word means 4 words, 4 words nothing but 8 bytes. Define 10 bytes. Okay, dd means define double word nothing but 4 bytes. Okay, so likewise these are used to define the program variables and allocate a specified amount of memory locations to them. For example, db, define byte. This directive is used to define a byte type variable. This directive informs the assembler about the reservation of the memory locations. Let us see the general form of define byte, name of variable db initialization value. Okay, so I'm taking here name of the variable is message db. Okay, so db can be written in these ways. Okay, so suppose I'm using message db 0. Okay, so this variable message is initialized with the 0. If you take this example, this message variable is initialized with the ASCII value of a. Okay, so if you use a question mark, that is not initialized. If you use hello message, okay, 1 2 3 4 5, okay, 5 memory locations are reserved for a variable message. This directive informs the assembler to reserve the memory location for storing this ASCII values of hello. If you want to reserve the 100 locations for storing array of data, for that we have to mention with the help of directive like this message db 100 duplicate locations are initialized with the space or ASCII value of space. So here 100 bytes of memory locations. Okay, this directive informs the assembler reserve the 100 locations for storing space, ASCII value of space. Later we will place the required values in these locations. Next, if you use this statement message db 50 dupe question mark. Okay, so these 50 memory locations are not initialized. Okay, so likewise db directive can be used in these ways. Okay, for example, if you take ranks 1 2 3 4 statement can be used like this also, which reserves 4 memory locations and initialized with the values 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, next, similarly define word. This is a directive informs the assembler reserve 2 bytes of memory locations. Okay, so for example, this can be written as like this message is a variable dw0 memory location store 1 byte, nothing but 8 bits, word nothing but 16 bits. Okay, it can be represented in terms of hexa. That's what here you are using 4 digits. Okay, nothing but word. Okay, so this location filled with zeros whenever you use this 0 in this statement. Okay, if you use this message dw84, assembler reserves the memory location for storing ASCII values of 84. ASCII value of 8 is 38. ASCII value of 4 is 34. Likewise, can use this statement also with this directive. Okay, DW 100 dupe. These 100 locations are assigned to the variable message. Those locations are initialized with zeros. If you mention 0, okay, so duplicate memory locations are created and initialized with 0. Later you can fill all those memory locations with the required data. Next, dw, if you can mention values in the directive straight away. Okay, like this 83 100 255 9255 1 2 3 4 5. Define word. Okay, so to store these words 1 2 3 4 5, to store 5 words, word nothing but 2 bytes. ఒక్కొక్క మెమరీ లొకేషన్ ఒక్క బైటే సేవ్ చేసుకుంటది. ఇక్కడ ఎన్ని వర్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి 1 2 3 4 5 5 వర్డ్స్ స్టోర్ చేసుకోవడానికి 10 memory locations కావాలి. ఒక్కొక్క word 2 bytes. Okay, so 10 memory bytes are reserved with the help of this directive dw. Likewise, define double word which reserves 4 bytes of memory locations, and also it can be written as same statement total dd question mark number. Here I'm using variable number, here I'm using total. You can use message also according to your requirement. That double word nothing but 4 bytes, 4 bytes nothing but 4 memory locations are required to store 4 bytes. So dd, that 4 memory locations are not initialized whenever you use question mark. If you use 1, then those memory locations are filled with ASCII value of 3 1. Okay, so double word kabatti ఇక్కడ మీకు 1 2 3 4 locations are reserved. Last location లో ASCII value of 1 is stored. Okay, if you use array with the help of DD, then it reserves 100 double words. 100 double words means double word required 4 bytes of memory locations. 100 into 4 equal to 400 locations will be reserved with the help of this statement. Okay, likewise DQ, define quad word, reserve 8 bytes of memory locations. And also this directive can be expressed like this statement. If you use 0, then this statement reserve 8 bytes of memory locations and initialized with 0. Next, if you use question mark, 8 locations are not initialized. Okay, if you use this 84, ASCII value of this 84 is stored in these 8 locations. Next, DQ array. If you want to reserve array of locations, 100 locations, those must be filled with quad word. Quad word means 8. 8 into 100, 800 locations are initialized with 0. Here you are using 0. Those memory locations are initialized with 0. If you use question mark, those are not initialized. Later you can use those memory locations for storing the required data. Likewise, DT, define 10 bytes, reserve 10 bytes of memory locations. Also it can write like this. Okay, so 10 locations are reserved for storing any value. Next, coming to the struct, it is also directive used to declare the data type, which is a collection of primary data types. What are the primary data types? DB, define word, define double word. Let us take the example. Structure of the student is defined as follows. Okay, student struct, taking here roll number, name, class, branch. To save roll number, I am using double word, nothing but define word. Word means 2 locations are used to save the roll number. Define byte, 1 byte location. అవి ఎన్ని కావాలి? 10 duplicates కావాలి, అంటే 10 locations are required to save the name. Okay, class, only 1 byte is enough, 1 location is enough. Branch, double word means 4 locations. Here I am mentioning 10. 10 into 4, 40 locations are used to save the branch. This is the structure of the student. Next, student end segment. If you take this as a segment, then end segment. Struct directive, we have to mention like this struct. Okay, variable and struct, structure of this variable. Next, program organization directives, those are segment, end segment. This is the segment, assume this is a segment. Segment must be specified whether it is data segment, code segment, extra segment, stack segment. In that case, this segment directive is used to indicate the beginning of a segment. End segment used to inform the assembler about the end of the segment. This segment directive used to inform the assembler about the start of the segment. Assume, it is used to inform the assembler about the name of the segment. For example, assume CS for code, DS for data, ES for extra, SS for stack. Assume can be used like this. Assume CS is to code. For this, using segment to end segment, we have to assume what type of segment. Okay, to assume we have to use the directive assume directive. Syntax for the segment, we have to mention segment name and segment. Okay, so we have to use statement like this for segment. Okay, so what is the segment name? Data. If you take data segment, you have to mention data. This is segment is a directive. This is segment. Program is having 2 parts, data initialization part and code. Okay, so data initialization part is present within the data segment. Whatever the code you want to write, that exists in code segment part. Okay, so the combination of these two is the program. ఓకే, యాక్చువల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. సి లాంగ్వేజ్ ఇక్కడ డేటా సెగ్మెంట్లోని మీరు డేటా ఏమేమి తీసుకున్నారో అవన్నీ ఇనిషియలైజ్ చేస్తారు. సపోజ్ ఇది ఉందనుకోండి, ఇదంతా డేటా ఇనిషియలైజేషన్ పార్ట్. ఓకే, దిస్ కమ్స్ అండర్ డేటా సెగ్మెంట్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ మీరు ఆ డేటాతో ఏ ఆపరేషన్ చేస్తున్నారో అది కోడ్ సెగ్మెంట్‌లో మెన్షన్ చేస్తారు. ఓకే. కోడ్ సెగ్మెంట్‌లో రాస్తారు ప్రోగ్రామ్. సెగ్మెంట్ నేమ్ end segment. This is also directive used to inform the assembler about the end of this segment. The statement of end segment is like this. We have to mention segment name and end segment. So here we are taking data segment. That's what data end segment we have to mention. So this is about data segment, code segment example. Next, coming to alignment directives. Here memory divided into even bank, odd bank. These are the even bank addresses 000 first byte, next byte 001, next 002, next byte. These are all odd addresses, these are all even addresses. Okay, so that's what we can say. This is even bank, this is odd bank. If the control points to the even address, then it will collect the 2 bytes from these locations. Even, so this directive is used to control the location counter used by the assembler. Okay, this directive even updates the location counter to the next even address if the location counter is not at even address. Suppose the location counter is at odd address, with the help of this even directive, that location counter will be అప్డేటెడ్ టు ఈవెన్ అడ్రస్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఒకవేళ ఆడ్ అడ్రస్కి పాయింట్ అయి ఉంటే లొకేషన్ కౌంటర్, దాన్ని మనము ఆడ్కి +1 యాడ్ చేస్తే ఈవెన్ వస్తుంది కదా. సో లొకేషన్ కౌంటర్ విల్ బి ఇంక్రిమెంటెడ్ బై 1. ఓకే, దెన్ ఈవెన్ అడ్రస్ విల్ బి జనరేటెడ్. దెన్ టు పాయింట్ ఈవెన్ అడ్రస్, ఈవెన్ డైరెక్టివ్ ఈస్ యూజ్డ్ if the pointer is at odd address. ఆరిజిన్, మీరు మైక్రోప్రాసెసర్ ల్యాబ్లోని ఏ స్పేస్ 2000 అంటున్నారు కదా. సో 2000 ఈజ్ ద స్టార్టింగ్ అడ్రస్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. లైక్ వైజ్ ఇన్ దిస్ program also we have to initialize the starting address of the program. Okay, so we have to give the starting address of the program. For that purpose we have to use origin 1000. At the 1000 locations onwards, instructions will be stored. To do like that, we have to use this org 1000. If you want to use 2000, you have to mention 2000. Okay, that means set the location counter at 1000. So even directive here used like this ADB10. This is a small segment. The initialization part should be mentioned in data segment only. Okay, so whatever the operation is to be performed, those instructions are mentioned in code segment. If you mention even BDW 100 duplicate locations, so location counter will be pointed to even address if you use even directive like this. Next, program end directive. Program termination directive used to inform the assembler about the physical end of a program. సి లాంగ్వేజ్లో లాస్ట్లో ఎండ్ రాస్తారు కదా. ప్రోగ్రామ్ అంతా కూడా డివైడెడ్ ఇంటూ సెగ్మెంట్స్. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ డేటా సెగ్మెంట్ ఫస్ట్ ఉంది, దానికి సెగ్మెంట్ ఎండ్ సెగ్మెంట్ ఉండాలి డైరెక్టివ్. నెక్స్ట్ కోడ్ సెగ్మెంట్ ఉంటుంది, దానికి స్టార్టింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద సెగ్మెంట్ ఉండాలి, ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద సెగ్మెంట్ ఉండాలి. ఈ 2 సెగ్మెంట్స్ని ఎండ్ చేయడానికి ఫైనల్ ఎండ్ అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో టు టర్మినేట్ దట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఎండ్ డైరెక్టివ్ ఈజ్ యూజ్డ్, so that the statements after end will be ignored by the assembler. Next, value returning attribute directives, in which we have length and size. Okay, length informs about the number of elements in a data item to the assembler. ఒక డేటా ఐటెంలో ఎన్ని ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. సపోజ్ కరుణ ఉంది, కరుణలోని KARUNA 6 ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, 6 is the length of that data item karuna. Okay, that statement can be written as like this: move ax comma length name. Okay, likewise size, it indicates number of bytes allocated to the data item. Okay, so ఒక డేటా ఐటమ్ తీసుకొని దానికి ఎన్ని లొకేషన్స్ కావాలి దాన్ని స్టోర్ చేసుకోవడానికి అనేది ఇన్ఫార్మ్ చేస్తుంది ఈ డైరెక్టివ్ అసెంబ్లర్కి. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఇన్ఫార్మ్స్ ద అసెంబ్లర్ అబౌట్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మెమరీ లొకేషన్స్ ఆర్ రిక్వైర్డ్ టు స్టోర్ ద డేటా ఐటమ్. నెక్స్ట్, ఆఫ్సెట్. ఆఫ్సెట్ అంటే మీకు తెలుసు కదా, ఫిజికల్ అడ్రస్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్లోని మీరు బేస్ అడ్రస్కి ఎఫెక్టివ్ అడ్రస్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తే ఫిజికల్ అడ్రస్ వస్తుంది కదా. సో ఆఫ్సెట్ అడ్రస్. సో దిస్ ఆఫ్సెట్ ఈస్ టు డిటర్మైన్ ద డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ the specified variable with respect to base of the segment. It can be mentioned like this: move si offset. మీరు మన ల్యాబ్లోని ప్రోగ్రామ్స్లో మూవ్ si 2000 అని మెన్షన్ చేస్తారు కదా, అంటే దట్ ఈస్ ద స్టార్టింగ్ అడ్రస్ ఆఫ్ ద డేటా, నాట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. ఓకే. సో ఇక్కడ 2000 అనేది మీరు మెన్షన్ చేయనవసరంలా. అసెంబ్లరు ఇంటర్నల్‌గా ఏదో ఒక వాల్యూ అసైన్ చేసేస్తది. ఇఫ్ యూజ్ ఆఫ్‌సెట్ డైరెక్టివ్. ఓకే. ఇక్కడ జస్ట్ యూ రైట్ ద స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇన్‌స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ రైటింగ్ వాల్యూ. That means address of the data. So these are the value returning attribute directives. Next, procedure definition. Procedures and functions ఉన్నాయి కదా. సో proc and end proc. ఇందాక మనం సెగ్మెంట్ ఎండ్ సెగ్మెంట్ అని చూసాం కదా. Likewise, proc and end proc. Procedure must be started with the proc directive. Procedure must be end with the end. That's what here proc used to define the start of subroutine, end proc end of the processor. So these two directives informs the assembler about the procedure. Okay, this processor may be near processor or far processor. Processor మీకు తెలుసు కదా, this is main program, this is the processor. Suppose whenever call occurs, then processor jump to the processor. ఓకే. సో ప్రొసీజర్, ఈ ప్రొసీజర్ 2 టైప్స్ ఉంటాయి, నియర్ ప్రొసీజర్ ఆర్ ఫార్ ప్రొసీజర్. ఇక్కడ మెయిన్ ప్రోగ్రాము, ఈ ప్రొసీజర్, దిస్ మెయిన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అండ్ ప్రొసీజర్ resides in the same segment, then this is known as near call or near procedure. Okay, if the main program exists in one code segment and the procedure exists in another code segment, then we can call it as, if you use call, for call, or that procedure indicated as for procedure. That procedure must be end with the end procedure directive. Okay, start with the PROC directive. Okay, so likewise near call and for call, near procedure and for procedure. Okay, అందరూ కర్సర్ మీద కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేయండి. ఓకే, స్టేట్మెంట్ ఫర్ దిస్ ప్రొసెసర్, లేబుల్, proc, నియర్ ఆర్ ఫార్. నియర్ అయితే నియర్ మెన్షన్ చేయండి, ఫార్ అయితే ఫార్ మెన్షన్ చేయండి ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొసీజర్. At the end of procedure we use return, after that we use end procedure directive. Okay, likewise these statements are used to indicate the procedure. Next, macro definition directives. Like procedures, macro nothing but small group of instructions. ఇక్కడ ప్రొసీజర్ లానే మ్యాక్రో, కానీ 2, 3, 4 ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్సే ఉంటాయి. సెట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ ఇన్ మ్యాక్రో లెస్ దాన్ ది సెట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ ఇన్ ప్రొసీజర్. హియర్ మ్యాక్రో ఈజ్ ఏ స్మాల్ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ enclosed by the directive macro and end macro. Macro, small group of instructions, are to be used several times. Suppose C language లో ప్రింట్ అనే ఫంక్షన్ చాలాసార్లు యూజ్ చేయాలి. ఆ ప్రింట్కి సమ్ స్మాల్ సెట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ దే are to be called for printing operation. If you want to print one statement several times, so you have to call print function several times. So print function having small set of instructions may be called by the macro name. For example, here this is the macro name. The macro must be start with the macro directive. This macro end with end macro directive. Macro nothing but small group of instructions. That macro must be enclosed with the directives macro and end macro. This is the starting of the macro, this is the ending of the macro. These directives informs the assembler about the macro. Okay, so for example here code segment lo I want to call print function. This is the print function. Okay, small set of instructions. Print function is having small set of instructions, so that means macro. This is the macro. Okay, so macro and end macro directives are used whenever print required, then it will substitute all the instructions in place of this variable. Okay, message. Okay, likewise this is mentioned in the code segment. This is main program and this is okay like subprogram. We have a separate set of instructions for read operation also. Next, equate. This also comes under this directive. Assign some value to this symbol. Okay, for example num equate 100. Next, data control directives, extern, public, pointer. If you take complex program, that will be divided into modules. For example, see module 1 segment, module 1 end segment, public factorial far. Okay, next this is module 2 segment, module 2 end segment. Okay, in this we mention extern factorial far. Okay, this is the example for extern and public. Okay, see, extern, it informs the assembler that the data items or label following the directive will be used in a program module which is defined in other module. ఓకే, ఒక మాడ్యూల్లో ఈ డేటా ఐటమ్స్ యూజ్ చేయాలి, అవి అనదర్ మాడ్యూల్లో డిఫైన్ అయి ఉన్నాయి ఎక్స్టర్న్ టు దిస్ present module. Or we can say if any label is used in one module but its value is defined in some other module. Okay, then this directive will inform the assembler that this label is external. The statement for this extern directive is extern label type. Extern label is factorial, type is far. So this is extern to this module 2, means this factorial far is defined in module 1. Public procedure or labels must be defined or declared public using public directive. Okay, factorial far is defined in this module 1. Okay, it can be used by some other modules. So that's what we have to mention. Public, this can be used publicly. Pointer, used to indicate the type of memory access. ఇంక్రిమెంట్ బైట్ పాయింటర్, మామూలు ప్రోగ్రాంలో ఇంక్రిమెంట్ ఎస్ఐ, ఇంక్రిమెంట్ డిఐ అని యూస్ చేస్తాం కదా, సేమ్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ని ఇక్కడ డైరెక్టివ్స్తో రాయాలి అంటే వీ హ్యావ్ టు యూస్ దిస్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ బైట్ పాయింటర్ డిఐ, సో దట్ డిఐ ఈస్ incremented by 1. Okay, next suppose if you use word, increment word pointer di, di is incremented by 2. Okay, because word nothing but 2 bytes. Okay, likewise these directives are comes under data control directives. Next, branch displacement directives, in which we have page, short, title, label. These are used to control the branch displacement. For example, page, the statement for page directive should be like this: page length comma width. We have to mention page 35 comma 85, means 35 lines and 85 characters per line. Next, coming to the title, text. Text must be maximum 60 characters. Okay, so text means name of the program. If I am using factorial, can mention title factorial. Likewise, this title directive can be used. Short, this informs the assembler that 1 byte displacement is required to code a jump instruction. Short jump, long jump ఉంటుంది కదా, షార్ట్ జంప్ అంటే 8-bit displacement, లాంగ్ జంప్ అంటే 16-bit displacement మెన్షన్ చేయాలి ఆఫ్సెట్ అడ్రస్. Okay, here we are concentrating on short jump. So jump short to specified address. Skip means address. Okay, jump to the specified address labeled by skip. Okay, so for example, this is main program. Whenever jump occur, control will jump to the specified program. Starts at skip, nothing but label. Likewise, short directive is used. Label, this is the directive assigns name to the current value in the location counter. For example, I am using 1 byte labeled as string. Last one, header file inclusion directive. This include directive informs the assembler to include the statements defined in the include file. Okay, the general form of this directive is include file path specification. Okay, like C language, a hash include directive. These are all directives of the 8086 microprocessor. మీకు ఈ సైడ్ హెడ్డింగ్స్, బ్రాంచ్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ డైరెక్టివ్, హెడర్ ఫైల్ ఇంక్లూషన్ డైరెక్టివ్స్ అవి గుర్తు లేకపోయినా పర్వాలేదు. మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సినవి ఇంక్లూడ్ డైరెక్టివ్, పేజ్, షార్ట్, లేబుల్, నెక్స్ట్ పబ్లిక్, ఎక్స్టర్న్. Okay, processor, starting of the processor, end of the processor directive, equate, mac rate. Remember all the directives like that all. So exam loni meeku some 2-3 directives mention chesi explain cheyandi అని చెప్పేసి అడగొచ్చు. సో if you follow all these types of directives, you can explain any given type of directive easily. Okay, thank you. We will meet in next video.